everyone. How are you? I wasn't going to stream today, but then I thought, you know what? Why put it off? I may find something equally interesting or even more interesting to stream about tomorrow, but I'm on a bit of a roll today. All right, so I wanted to start with some brief news items. Habemus papam. Congratulations to Pope Leo. I think Leo the 14th, an American pope. The first American pope in history, following a startlingly short conclave. So, and no, Habemus Papam Hecate is not Spanish, it's Latin. I heard she mixed up some other, hi Kevin, good to see you. I heard she mixed up some other Latin phrase and thought it was Spanish. But, and the other thing is that, as you know, India has launched an attack on Pakistan. And one of the people that they killed was one of the masterminds of the kidnapping and execution of Daniel Pearl. So hooray. Good fucking riddance to bad rubbish. I am very, very happy. At last, Daniel Pearl has been avenged. Thank God. Gata, what was that Latin phrase that Hecate thought was Spanish? I can't remember. All right. I have been watching what is going on in New York City, with, I don't know how to feel about it. The little Hitler youth taking over these campuses. Oh, mea culpa. Oh, it was Fresh Garbage who thought it was Spanish, you retard. I'll get to you in a minute. I was watching the Hitler youth with their little swastika headscarves taking over the Columbia Library. They've also gone ham at Brooklyn College, at the University of Washington. There's all kinds of fuck shit going on at Haverford. It's a whole thing. But I was very pleased to see that they weren't allowed to linger for weeks or months, and that the NYPD came in and arrested a whole bunch of them. So keep on arresting. If anybody's here on a student visa, out. Deport, deport, deport. Immediately. We don't need these freaks in our country. We don't need these Hitler youth. And you know, I have changed my mind about a couple of things. Maybe this is me dog whistling the right, as worst of the internet says. I used to think that we should give the college kids, not the Antifa scumbags, but the college kids, the benefit of the doubt because they're young and they don't know what they're doing. I've changed my mind. No benefit of the doubt. If you are 20 years old and your parents are paying an obscene amount of money to send you to an Ivy League school, and you decide that you're going to occupy the library during the study week, you are going to inconvenience people or take over a building and kidnap janitors, which happened the last time, hold them hostage. And I understand that the janitors are suing, by the way, thank God. Then you are old enough to face the consequences of your behavior. And you need to go to jail for a reasonable amount of time. I'm not talking this New York City catch and release horseshit. I'm saying you need to go to jail for a while so that you can learn your lesson. Okay. Yeah, deport. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And lock up those snotty, nasty little brats with their keffiyehs around their necks. And that's it. All right. Lonely 40-year-old. Hello. Let's make you a little less lonely during this stream. All right. So I have a couple of things to say to Worst of the Internet. I tuned into a stream last night, but it was a little late, and he encouraged me to listen to the first 30 minutes, where he apologized to me for some wrongdoing. I don't know. Something having to do with private and public statements and discords, and I don't know what the hell he was talking about. No offense, okay? I don't watch your streams, not usually. And I'm not in your Discord, and I don't know if you are or aren't on Twitter. And if you are, I don't know what your account is. So I don't know what you're talking about. I guess I appreciate the apology. I don't know what it's for. But I wanted to clear some stuff up with you. So one of the perils that content creators have is that there are times when we listen to the wrong people. We get people in our ear going yap, 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 telling us all kinds of tall tales, convincing us that one story is correct, the other story isn't correct, gassing us up, and we can see what happened to Fresh Garbage as a result of listening to the wrong people. She goes on stream, she acts a fool, she targets non-combatants, she lies, she has weird delusions, and it's obvious to me who's influencing her. It's obvious. You can tell by the chat, the comments on her community tab, under her streams. I guess she's nuked all her streams now. And yeah, that's a problem that we all have, you know. And Woti, I think that you too have been listening to some of the wrong people. I think that it would be sporting of you to contact me so that I can state my side of the story on certain issues that I believe you've been misled on. You don't have to. It's not obligatory. Although I am curious to know what it is you're apologizing for. I have no idea. I did want to clarify why it is that I did, 5 or 6 streams on Snow White, and Crochetter is here to back me up. It's not that I didn't like the movie. I didn't see the movie. Hello. Oh, hello, Penelope. Well, it's very good to see you. Tied up with YTS and Valk and Ghost of Niccolo. I don't know who those people are, Queen. I have absolutely no idea. Welcome, Penelope. The Snow White story started interesting me back in, 2023? What's interesting about Snow White is that Snow White is like the encapsulation of pretty much everything that's gone wrong at Disney. Disney has screwed up their IPs. They've screwed up Lucasfilm. They have screwed up Marvel. They have had a string of flops. And so what do they decide to do? They decide that they are going to remake Snow White, which was the signature movie, the movie that put Disney on the map. Walt Disney's labor of love, still a classic all these years later. And they decided to ruin it on every single level. So I was approaching the story not from, oh my God, can you believe that they cast a brown Latina to be Snow White? Oh my God, can you believe they did that? No. I was interested in how Snow White represented everything that has gone wrong at Disney and how they were headed right into a train wreck. And that's exactly what happened. Because I have never seen a movie that was so panned, even before a single trailer had come out, that you had movie critics on YouTube and other places saying this movie is going to be a disaster. And so I followed the progression of that story. The movie means very little to me. The movie doesn't matter to me. I have no intention of watching it. I was interested in the way Disney was handling it. I was interested in the way that Rachel Zegler was being allowed to speak so freely, and that nobody at Disney was basically like putting her under supervision. There were a lot of elements to that story that I was interested in. The movie itself was actually secondary. What was more interesting was the terrible decisions that Disney was making along the way, and how when the movie opened, it was, of course, inevitably a flop. All right. Wow, we've got a lot of new people here, and I think I know exactly why you're all here, okay? And I want to let you know that you are all very, very welcome, that this is a safe place where you are going to find like-minded people. I promise you that. I promise you. Recently, one of Hecate's minions, was getting very, very annoyed because she wanted to know how it is that I know so much about what's going on in Hecate's streams when I don't watch her. Well, the answer is very simple. The simple answer is the same way that your heroine gets information on other people. And that is that people come to me with information. The difference is I check the information that's brought to me. I don't just broadcast it willy-nilly. And I have bad news for you, madam. There are a lot of people outside of your hug box and outside of the suckers who decided that they were going to take up your cause and promote you for their own reasons. And I know pretty much I can guess what those reasons are, which is one of the reasons why I really wish that No Name would email me, because I want to explain what's going on. All right. I don't go off half-cocked based on the shitty lies that A-logs pour in my ear. No. First of all, I know I have powers of observation, and I know bullshit when I see it. And I hate to tell you this, but your goddess has gone after so many people in so many different communities. She has smeared so many people. She has attacked so many people. Usually when in a state of extreme intoxication, sleep deprivation, anger, etc., that she doesn't even remember what the fuck it is that she said. And you know what? It's really amazing to me, and this may come as a surprise to you, Hecate and minions and simps. There are a lot of people out there who really don't like being accused of committing serious crimes. They don't like being lied about. They don't like being smeared, and they can write you off as a harmless nut. But some people choose to stand up, to stand on business and say, this bitch is fucking psycho. What she is accusing us of is completely, totally fucking false. Now, I want to clarify before we get started, and I'm going to play a, hey, detective, I want to play a clip. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say to Worst of the Internet is, would you mind explaining to me what these so-called right-wing dog whistles are that I have been emitting from my channel? What exactly is it about my content that you think is a right-wing dog whistle? I don't get it. You know, you yourself say that, what, you're a libertarian? Okay, fair enough. And you voted for Bush and blah, blah, blah. And you worked for Ron Paul. I get it. So what is it? What specifically am I doing that is a right-wing dog whistle? Maybe this is a big misunderstanding. Or maybe I'm not expressing myself properly, in which case I will make an effort to be a little bit more conscious of the way I speak and pick my words more carefully. The reason that I am so focused on the left is because the left, for my entire life, have been my people. My people. And I focus on the left for the same reason that when a person who knows you in real life, a friend or a relative, comes at you and attacks you out of nowhere, than if a total stranger does it. Because these were my people. And they have abandoned certain constituencies. And their excesses have harmed people. So yeah, I don't give a shit what the right does. I don't care. When the right goes ham, it's like a dog bites man story. It's nothing special. It's like, oh, there they go again. Exactly what I've come to expect. When the left goes crazy, as they have been for years now, that to me is sad. It's sad to me. So, I'm much more critical of the left than I am of the right. And I have to be honest, I am finding myself agreeing with a number of senators who I used to despise. People like Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz, even John Kennedy with that accent. Because I agree with their stances on Israel and the transgender issue. So, I would appreciate it if Hekate's minion would stop ordering people around and telling them what they can and cannot discuss on their channels. I wish she would stop telling people that they cannot discuss Russ. I will discuss that little SA fantasist, that pathological liar, that creep, as much as I fucking want. Well, hello, Barney. It is good to see you. It's nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you, and I'm guessing that 99.99999% of it is utter horseshit. But you're here, so you can defend yourself. You can stand up for yourself and say so. Neither Anna, nor Raven, nor myself, nor Negz, nor anyone is going to be told what it is that we can and cannot discuss in whatever manner we wish to, who we can and cannot archive, who we can and cannot like. And I have to be very honest with everybody. If I see Russ in your community, I side-eye it. I do. I mean, you look at his entire history, all the shit that he's done online, and you're like, wow, this guy's really funny, or this guy's welcome here. I'm sorry, but I will think a little bit less of you if you have welcomed Russ into your community. I'm not going to do anything about it, and it's not going to keep me from going in your chat if I want to. I'm just saying, you know, if somebody is going to criticize me for having whomever in my chat, then I am going to point right at Russ and some of the other creeps and scumbags that you have in your chat, the A-logs, the people who lie, who've been lying about us for a very long time. And I am going to point directly at those people and say, well, what about your community? You've got some real pieces of shit in your community too. And no, I'm not going to call them out by name, because I know that then I will be dogpiled and I'm not in the fucking mood, because it doesn't even matter that much to me. You know, God damn it, I think I did block Ricky Mork. I can't see Ricky Mork in chat. I just see Gata chatting with her. But sorry, Ricky. I'll unblock you. All right, never mind. Now, one of the things that I wanted to show you, and here's the thing, okay, as long as we're talking about Hekate, who is the subject of the stream today. I don't know what the fuck Ricky Mork did to her. I don't know why she got such a hard-on for Papa Kilo, Barney, and Ariel. I don't know why she's gone after BBW Veronica. I don't know why she has picked the fights that she's picked. I don't get it. I don't know the origins of these squabbles. And, you know, unless somebody wants to tell me, I'm not going to do any research into it because, quite frankly, I could give a fuck less, okay? I'm just saying that this woman has antagonized so many people in so many different communities that, yeah, at some point, all of this shit is going to backfire. All of it. And some people, and I have a feeling that a lot of the people who are still in her, or who are in her community now, because there's been a tremendous amount of turnover in that community, are there to watch the train wreck. They're not there because they respect you. They're there because they want to watch the train wreck and because they can use you. Because they know that you go on stream, either drunk, on drugs, impaired, sleep deprived, whatever, and that anybody can tell you anything and you won't check it. It'll just come out of your mouth and you'll go crazy for hours, for days, going after people. So, why don't you explain to the class, Hecate, why it is that you're so mad at the farms? Why are you so mad at Kiwi Farms? I understand that you rage quit the other day, and you have this weird thought in your head that I'm mad because you were reading our thread. Everybody's read our thread. What do I give a fuck if you're reading our thread? But why is it that when you were getting to the end of the thread that you got so mad and you rage quit and you started turning on Strawberry Douche? Why did that happen? I know what happened. Anyway, and your habit of picking up these lolcows and tards from the gutter and trying to white knight for them and going after the people who troll them or who criticize them or whatever, yeah, that's not going to work out too well for you. It's not. And I have to say to you. Either you and your little buddy, Fresh Garbage, come clean and tell me, Anna, and Raven why it is that you guys are calling us racist. I don't think Fresh Garbage has targeted Anna or Raven, but she's deleted so many streams that maybe she did somewhere along the way. You know, I'm getting sick of your shit. I'm getting sick of it. I'm not taking it personally. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't give a shit. But I want you to tell me specifically why it is that you are saying that Anna, Raven, and I are racist, white supremacists, whatever you say. Because I am sick of all of us, of people who are my friends, people who I'm close with, being criticized, raked over the coals, dehumanized to the point where you get that demented audience of yours all worked up. And you're trying deliberately to keep people from chatting in our chats. You are trying to keep people from donating. You are trying to intimidate people into not being with us or not supporting us or even just hanging out in the chat, even if it's not like support. You are trying to frighten people away from our communities. And I am a little bit tired of that shit, okay? You're not the first one to do it, and you probably won't be the last. But from now on, anybody who tries to pull that shit with me or my friends and our channels, I'm going to call you out and I'm going to demand that you provide proof. Proof. You know, proof, which is something you don't like to provide. I put on my community tab that people were asking you, Hecate, for proof of your claims of trafficking and all this other horse shit. And you refused, and you came up with this terrible reason for not providing the proof. You think people aren't going to notice that? You think people aren't going to figure out that you're full of shit and that you open your mind to any random nutbag that comes along and tells you some tall tale and that you then go out and you repeat it? You're trying to suppress views and engagement in multiple communities. You think people are going to take that shit lying down? No. Yeah. Show the receipts. Show them. Show proof of any of your fucking claims. Show the proof. Anyway, I wanted to. Oh, hello, no name. You see, this is the thing. Here's the darling no name who opened the floodgates. Now I'm just going to. I'm going to play a clip. Because one of the things that Fresh Garbage did the other day was she pulled a Hecate in Worst of the Internet's chat. You know, she had been going on and on and on and on that bullshit stream that she did where she went after No Name and her husband about, you know, oh, Negz, you talked about my vagina. You said something about my vagina. So I said in the chat, well, I'll make a deal with you because Negz said he wouldn't mention it again. I wasn't going to mention it, but would you mind not mentioning mine? And she lied and said that she hadn't. Well, I found the clip. Garby, may I call you Garby? Garby, maybe you shouldn't stream drunk because it seems to lead to you saying things and then it slips your mind. Either that or you're fucking lying because I caught you out and you got embarrassed. So I am going to play this clip. Let me ask you something. Do you know how many people online have talked about my vagina, have speculated about it, have written songs about it, and this has been going on for years? And guess what? It doesn't matter.
Sorry, I was muted for a second there. That cracked me up. DC, people talk about your vagina because it's old, dusty, little claptrap.
Oh, so you did mention it. You did mention it, right? Why did you lie when I asked you not to do that anymore? Why did you lie? You knew that I had the proof, and I said that I was going to clip it, and I did. Let's finish it out so that we can hear her delusions in 4K.
That's what they call it. Negz talks about mine because, you know, don't be a silly bitch. He don't want you.
Oh.
He just wants your money.
Okay. All right. So yeah, because she is convinced that Negz has a thing for her when she obviously has a thing for him. You think I haven't seen this shit before? You think that I haven't seen women who are out of their minds, who try to, you know, insult me and point out things that I think that Negz is fully aware of, like my age, for example. I think he knew that when we got together. Oh, and I did want to point something else out. Let me explain a real-life consequence of what it is, what can happen when you start to believe what people tell you instead of going out and doing your research. When people are like, oh my God, I don't understand. They used to be enemies and, you know, they got together and I don't understand. How could they be together? We've been together for over 3 years at this point. I think that some of you need to calm the fuck down, okay? One of the reasons that Negz and I first had animosity for one another, because keep in mind, I used to listen to him years ago. And I was a big fan. I thought that his Amber Lynn reactions and his reactions to Karina Kaboom were hysterical. And then I left the community for a while, and then he popped up again in 2020. And the reason that Negz and I started squabbling was because people on either side were lying to us about the other one. Negz had scumbags in his ear who were weaponizing him and using him. And one of the things that they were using him to do was to come after me. People were in my ear telling me all kinds of lies about Negz that have been debunked at this point. Negz and I would not have gotten into a confrontation had it not been for the influence of these people who were coming left, right, and center to tell us about each other and to warn us about each other. None of this would have happened. None of this bad blood would have existed if it hadn't been for those people. And there are always troublemakers in every community who want you to fight with somebody. They want you to go after people, you know, because they, hello, Rachel, because they want the content and because they want to use you in order to go after people that they don't like. And I'm seeing this in every community, and that's something that you have to be very careful of. So yeah, we had bad influences. And, you know, the funny thing is that Garby, do you mind if I call you Garby? Garby reminds me of some of the unhinged women who have passed through Negz's community. She reminds me a little bit of Owl. And it's really fucking embarrassing. So, if you ever want to hop on panel again, Garby, I'm going to be waiting for you. Not because I'm threatened by you, not because I'm jealous of you, but because I have some questions that I need to ask you. And I'm not going to listen to you sit there and giggle and stammer and try to change the subject. I am going to ride you until you give me the fucking answer that I want. I don't give a shit how small your channel is. I don't care who those A-logs are who are pouring lies into your ear for you to repeat. I don't care about your amnesia problems and your other issues, okay? I want answers to my questions. So it's up to you. I don't do open panels on this channel. But if you ever decide that you are brave enough to hop back on one of Negz's panels, I will be waiting for you. Because I don't give a shit about your apologies. I don't care about your supposed contrition. I don't buy this little act that you have that is exactly like Russ, where you claim, oh, I don't really care about any of this. It's not important. It's very important to you. Otherwise, you wouldn't post numerous community tab posts. Otherwise, you wouldn't apologize over and over again. Otherwise, you wouldn't be hopping on other panels to explain yourself. You care very deeply. So, all right, we're going to get down to the main event. I've been blabbing for 35 minutes. Rachel, you know, here's the problem, okay? Because somebody accused me of bad intent because I didn't cover it. Here's the problem that I have. I side-eye this entire story, all of it. There are people, as you well know, online, in the drama community, you know, the Dustin Dailies and the Nick Snyders and Peters and people like that, Rich Lux, who have been covering James Charles for years. And I have nothing to add to whatever it is that they're saying. Thank you, No Name. I appreciate you, my love. And everybody enjoy your memberships, all new members. I have spoken about James Charles like twice, I think. One was after the Goodbye Sister video that Tati uploaded, and then subsequently I talked about him. I am, let's just say that I am very, very suspicious of any younger man who would correspond with James Charles knowing who he is, without having, let's say, an ulterior motive. I'm wondering if some of these young men weren't used as honey traps. And I'm guessing that the reason that James Charles hasn't been sued, convicted, whatever, is because he probably writes them a big fat check, has them sign an NDA, and then he just moves on. But people have been covering him for so long, and he hasn't changed his behavior in all of these years. And I don't know what it is that I would have to contribute to the conversation. I have no idea, you know? Let's just say that I'm skeptical about many, many things. But thanks for asking, and I'm more than willing to cover other subjects. I'm always looking for new topics. All right. Let's get going. All right, so Azria, as we know, or maybe you don't know, maybe you have something better to do at 4 o'clock in the morning than listen to that crazy woman blather. I don't know how SJAM crossed her radar, okay? I have no idea. But she decided that there was a group of people, it was Papa Kilo, Barney, and Ariel, who were in some way messing with him. The word she used was trafficking. She denies it on and off, but she accused them of trafficking him. I don't even know where to begin. I don't think that the woman knows what trafficking means. It's not the first time that she's used trafficking incorrectly to describe a scenario. SJAM has been around forever. And SJAM is a hardcore alcoholic. Hardcore. This group of people that she has targeted have been in SJAM's community poking at him for years. Now, SJAM, in case we forget, SJAM is a menace. SJAM cannot hold down a job because he is a hardcore alcoholic. SJAM has no problem getting behind the wheel of a car and driving drunk and putting everybody's life in danger. SJAM first came to our attention when he was in Foodie Beauty's community, and he turned up uninvited at her townhome, the one that she lived in with Pete's. SJAM is a weirdo. And Hecate has gone full QAnon on this shit. And she thinks that these people, these trolls that go into his chat, are trafficking him. I can't keep track. Trafficking him, taking his money, using him financially. I don't even know how much money he makes on his channel, right? I mean, if you were going to try to exploit somebody financially, wouldn't you pick a creator that was bigger and making more money? I don't know. That's the approach I would take. And in the meantime, she has accused Papa Kilo of financially, I guess Papa Kilo and Ariel are a couple. She has accused Papa Kilo of financially exploiting Ariel. I think she's accused Papa Kilo of being a rapist, a pimp. And she, for some reason, decided that it would be a really great idea to send Papa Kilo, this man that she talks about like a dog and smears and drags nonstop. Oh. Okay, well, we're beginning to solve the mystery here little by little. She decided to send Papa Kilo, who is in a relationship with Ariel, a picture of herself taken from behind with her ass hanging out. And I am not the first person to notice that Hecate seems to have a real problem with couples. I don't know what it is. Maybe she's never been part of a couple. Maybe all of her relationships have flamed out. I'm not sure, and I don't really give a shit about her problems. What I do know is that I think that it is very weird to try and tempt a man that you have so little respect for, and that you have the arrogance to think that you can come between him and Ariel because reasons, you know. It's sort of like Fresh Garbage, who thinks that Negz and I are two horrible, hood-wearing racists. Then why do you keep coming on panel? I don't go on the panels of people I don't respect or don't like. So, all right. So, all right. I'm gonna bring up this stream because she decided to hop on stream with Papa Kilo. And I don't know, I guess that Ricky Mork was dragged into this because Ricky Mork is friends with them. I guess that that's the connection. You know, she seems to think that guilt by association is a real thing. All right, wait a minute. Yeah. And the hilarious thing is she's like, SJAM, I'm going to remove you from the control of these terrible people, and I'm going to control you instead. Wow, what an offer. What an offer. All right. Let's go. Yeah, there's supposedly some sex ring somewhere and somebody's whatever, I don't know. All right, so I want to introduce you guys to Papa Kilo. I have never watched any of his content. I didn't know who the hell he was before Hecate started running her yap about him. She tells me I didn't do research into Papa Kilo and Ariel. Why would I? And I don't trust your research. And oh, by the way, Hecate, you haven't shown any of your research publicly because reasons. All right. So here's Papa Kilo, and Hecate is going to jump on in a bit. So let's listen to what Papa had to say.
To ties past. You literally took
harbored FTW, and she tries to play it off like, I didn't know he was a woman beater, but she knew everything. Out because you might see what she says might rub you the wrong way. I know Lux has this image of being this victim that everyone just, they're so mean to her, and she acts like there's no reason.
Oh, and I guess that two of Hecate's minions are women named Lux and Svetlana, who I guess used to be bodega adjacent at some point, and now they're stirring the pot with Hecate. And so they're providing, I guess, the research or pointing her in the direction of proof of their guilt of whatever. But anyway, let's continue.
Barney's going to come on later, and Barney's got some screenshots of before she's ever even talked to Lux and what Lux was saying about her. So we're going to drop those. I want to do a stream tomorrow just about the background of Lux with some screenshots. A lot of people have this thing where they don't realize that Lux harbored FTW, and she tries to play it off like, I didn't know he was a woman beater, but she knew everything. She knew. See, the thing with Lux is she can't get a man. Honestly, it comes very hard to her, and that's hard for a woman. And she really had the same vibe as like a dude that goes to a strip club to like save a chick. Like they don't want to be saved. That's what she tried to do with Anthony. She paid for him his travel. She paid to house him, knowing he was a woman beater, and she likes to play it off like we're these bad guys, and she had no idea. Oh, poor Lux. Well, we're going to expose that tomorrow, but tonight I'm going to read the text messages between me and her. But
you know what, Ninja Cat, I respectfully decline, but I appreciate the fact that you have a heart. I appreciate that. Really? Okay. See, I don't know. Again, I don't know who the fuck any of these people are, and I'm not going to bother looking into it because I just this insanity is a bit too much for me.
to get back to the Azria thing, so we're gonna like listen to a little bit of what she has to say. Now Azria's in here now. She still hasn't really fully made her point. It's almost like she
never
has
does.
a bias about me, and she really wants to find like the angle, but she cannot figure out what it is.
Yep.
She's made it seem like the first few times that she had evidence, she's talked to people, she's got receipts. And then when I started saying, you know, where's the evidence? Just post it. Now all of a sudden it's her opinion. It's my opinion. I can have an opinion about you. It's just my opinion. It's like,
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so she went from saying she had receipts to saying it was just her opinion. And now she's saying she does have receipts, but she's not going to show them. Okay.
okay, bro, but aren't you the one that goes into Monty's stream crying and being like, defamation, Monty, defamation,
Yep.
say it, Monty. But then when you say I'm trafficking people, I'm a danger to our kids, you say all this stuff. And all I say is like, can you show the evidence? All of a sudden it's just your opinion.
Okay.
I mean, isn't that a little corny on your end? Aren't you the one with the receipts? I thought you were like the receipts, bitch. Like, yeah, I got the receipts, bitch. Like you going at Hurl and stuff. Aren't you that person? By the way, who gave you most of your receipts on Hurl? Who gave you most of the receipts you even have on Hurl? I never hear you mentioning it. That's interesting to me. I also want to give you guys a heads up too. The mods in my chat are fully aware. Like it isn't like a safe spot of like, hey mods, what did they say? Don't. If mods in my chat are people that just have an issue with you from 2 years ago, they can block you with no questions asked. I don't care. There's no. So I like don't come to me crying.
You know what's really funny, Rex? Is that I made some crack about how she hears voices in her head. And that's where she first started getting this idea that a goddess was talking to her. And she accused me of mocking her religion. What religion? No, I'm mocking you, which I shouldn't do because if you're hearing voices in your head, that's actually quite serious. But that's okay.
About people getting blocked. If the mods don't like you, just off of that alone, they can block. I'm just giving you a heads up. So they have free reign to dox, or not dox, my bad. Whoop. Sorry, old habits die hard. I love doxing, you know, so to block. But yeah, so we're gonna listen to some Azria stuff. Maybe she'll come up, and she can come up if she's gonna actually say something and not make it seem. Hold on, what's up?
Oh, and by the way, worst of the internet, I have something else to say to you. And all these simps who surround this crazy bitch, and why it is that I won't go on panel with her. Woti seems to be under the impression that she would drag me and have me for lunch and all that. No, I don't go on panel with pathological liars, people who are clearly out of their fucking minds, people who have been lying about me, my friends, my boyfriend, my family for months. I don't panel with people like that. And why would I go on her panel? Why would I go on her panel to make money for her on her channel? Absolutely not. I have no interest in speaking to her ever. I see the way that she goes out there and screams and yells about racism and this, but she's willing to make exceptions for people that she likes. Oh, they just got out of hand. Oh, they didn't know what they were doing. They weren't aware of what such and such symbolized, right? While she then decides that she's pissed off at Erie Pepperoni, and I'm not defending Erie, don't get it twisted, who is Colombian, who spoke Spanish on a stream, and Azria launched into one of the most racist impersonations of a Spanish speaker that I have heard in years. So, but for some reason, that racism is permitted on her part. She's allowed to be racist against a Spanish speaker, right? But she wants to sit there and accuse everybody else of being a bigot and blah, 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 and whatever. She also lied and said that if anybody disagrees with me or crosses me, that I call them an anti-Semite. No, I call anti-Semites anti-Semites. And what I said was that I have never met a race hustler who wasn't an anti-Semite. I can bring up my list. Tariq Nasheed, Louis Farrakhan, the entire Nation of Islam, the Black Hebrew Israelites, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Kanye West, Ice Cube, Professor Griff, Nick Cannon. We can go down the entire list. And as soon as somebody starts race grifting, you just give it a little while, set your watch by it, and the Jew hatred will inevitably appear. So that's what I said. Not that I consider that anybody who contradicts me is a Jew hater, unless of course they are, but let's continue.
Oh, she's still. Oh, are you sniping? Hey, Kate, how about you? All the people that are watching too, because yeah. Hey, Ezra, how about you why don't you just join the panel and we can talk? How about you just join the panel and we can talk? Earlier today, she had said, yeah, but I mean, you still come and talk. Come up and talk. Let's have a conversation. Because you seem to have so much. See, the thing that's weird to me is that we were always cool. You even helped me. You sent me information in DMs. Me and Aaron have always been cool. And then out of nowhere, all of a sudden, you couldn't really put your finger on it. And, you're like, I don't like them for some reason. Now, I think I know the reason. It seems like you have certain people that really don't like me. You have Lux in your corner.
Yeah, and let's not forget that amazing interaction between Monty and SJAM recently, where SJAM took out a stuffed gorilla that he said was named Monty and started just hurling racial abuse at Monty while waving this gorilla around. But I don't know, maybe that's Papa Kilo, Barney, and Ariel's fault. Maybe they forced him. Maybe they were controlling him from afar. Maybe that was the trafficking. I'm kidding, obviously. But yeah, she'll allow that shit. She'll allow that shit. She won't care if somebody who is not black refers to a black woman as an ape or compares a black woman to an ape, as long as she likes that person. Oh, they just say wild shit sometimes, right? I have a theory. And No Name, I'm telling you, you need to email me because I have some things that I need to explain to you. Don't, let me put it this way. Don't be too hurt that more of these people that you've donated to and that you've been so kind to and whose chats you have participated in quite happily have not come forward to defend you the way that myself, Anna, Negz, Raven, Strawberry Douche even, and others have. There's a reason for it. And I'd be happy to explain it to you offline. So let's continue.
Yeah, no, right. No, the thing is like, okay, hold on. Let me finish saying what I'm saying, and then, yeah, I'll drop it for you, as you. But are you going to come up and actually say something? Are you going to actually address certain things? Or are you just going to, this is all your suspicion and your opinion? You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. You can have an opinion. That's fine. But are you going to drop some proof? Can we get some actual proof going on? Can you get some stuff? Don't block Hurl. Don't block Hurl. Don't block Hurl. I'm just saying that to the mods. Don't block Hurl. Let it go. Let it see where it goes. Yeah, but I'll drop the link. But are you going to actually come up and share something? Because as
right, but my question is, why the hell would you want to control SJAM of all people? Why would you want to control him? What is so compelling about him? What does he bring to the table? He's a drunk. He's a pathetic drunk who live streams, and occasionally puts the, I don't know where he lives in Canada, and occasionally puts the residents of whatever town he lives in great danger when he's loaded and he gets behind the wheel of a car. So what is it about him that is so amazing? And is it true that she's shown some interest in white knighting for purple glitter? Is that true, or is that just a rumor? Because that would be something. Yeah. You want to talk about if she does that, you want to talk about a content, you want to talk about a content gusher. That'll be hilarious. Let's continue.
Yeah, honestly, like there's always been like a, I don't know. I wouldn't say we're friends, but there's always been a coexist. You've always shared things. We've like shared information, but it's always been like a good environment, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's been chill. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're claiming that I still don't even really know what you're claiming. I know you're claiming that I'm like trafficking Ariel and shit. And I'm like financially abusing her, which we're going to.
Oh, he's trafficking Ariel too? Okay. Yeah, I don't know where these accusations come from either. Because she refuses to show receipts and she keeps on, I guess she's flip-flopping between it's my opinion, but no, I really do have proof. I'm just not going to show you. It's the just trust me bro school of accusations.
We're gonna get into that. But here, those got timed out. Okay, yeah, okay, she timed out. Then after that, like just let her be here. I mean, it's like I haven't cooked dinner yet, maybe later. Yeah, just let her. She's in the chat. She's not doing shit. And don't time out Tasha either. Don't. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it. Yeah, Barney might be hard to convince of that. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I know Barney doesn't have.
Wait a minute, but he's financially abusing her because she's a stay-at-home mom. So they have a traditional couple setup. How does that mean he's financially abusing her? I mean, what is Hecate's so-called reasoning behind this? All right. Maybe we'll find out. I'm really grateful to you guys in the chat, by the way. I'm grateful that, oh, Dimpled Skeptic, you missed everything. You might as well leave. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, she's exactly like the QAnon people with Pizzagate. Exactly the same. It's the same shit, you know? But, you know, people get hurt because of stuff like this. The lunatic who shot up Comet Ping Pong in D.C., trying to save the babies and rescue them from the tunnels that Comet Ping Pong doesn't have under the restaurant. He was influenced by QAnon. He was later killed by the police in a traffic stop, so R.I.P. But yeah, people who believe these conspiracy theories can turn dangerous and violent. I don't know if she would. I'm just saying that somebody could hear her and somebody could decide that it's time to put an end to all this and take matters into their own hands. It's not a fucking joke, okay?
No, honestly, Asri is saying that me and Ariel are also trafficking SJAM with the Gutboy content, which is so insane to me. That the bitch you said she called the police in the chat. Asri, haven't you said that you called the police? Haven't you called the police on people? Like, why are you fucking, bro? Just shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ, you're honestly rambling and making no sense.
Yeah, she does call the police on people. She goes out there, she streams for days, she throws out accusations, she smears people and lies about people and threatens people. And then when they clap back, she calls the cops. And she said I was a hypocrite because I've called the cops before too, based on internet shit. And I'm going to have to tell the story yet again because there's some people, some viewers who hop from chat to chat, who claim that they've been watching me for years, but then they've never heard me say, for example, that my parents were born in Argentina. They didn't know that I had to replace my teeth because of my cancer. You know, shit like that, right? They're just liars. I was attacked by the anti-Onision community very, very early in my return to YouTube, like 2019, 2020. And I received direct threats leveled at me, like very highly specific threats, but they weren't specific enough for the Metropolitan Police Department in Washington, D.C., who gave me the advice that they give everybody. Oh, just, you know, block them and don't communicate with them. Well, thanks a lot, you know. But no, the threats that I received were very, very specific. They were threats directed at me, and they were directed at my dog. And they made Yeah, my one dog. I just had Sidhu at that time. And they made it abundantly clear that they knew where I lived, that they knew what time I walked the dog, that they knew what time I went to work, where I worked. And they sent me pictures, and it was terrifying. That is a threat. Hecate, that is a threat. Monty is not threatening you. Okay? But let's continue.
And even that first interaction I had with you, I told you I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. It's not that serious. And then it was obviously it was that serious, right? So how you can come up. There's Ricky.
I remember Belle's Queen.
Of course.
Hey,
Ricky.
hey.
Hello.
There's Ricky.
When she comes on.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you brought that up, Anna. I played that clip yesterday. In my book, the minute that you admit that you're willing to lie to the authorities, whether it's the police or CPS, that's it. That's fucking it. And that the way she worded it was so weird. Like, yeah, if I knew something for sure, I would lie to CPS or something like that. Like, if you know something for a fact, if you have direct knowledge that a child is being neglected, abused, whatever, why would you have to lie to CPS about it? Why would you have to lie? That makes no sense. No. What she's saying is that she would weaponize CPS to go after people that she doesn't like. Where have we seen that before? That's why I say that she's no better than the people that she criticizes. She's exactly the same.
I just wanted to.
You asked for the link, you fucking cunt. Drag your ass up here.
There's Ricky.
Oh, hey, HRH. Yeah, no, yeah. No, I got this is weird because the thing is, it's like, I'm not talking to you, Papa Kilo. I'm talking to her world. No, I'm just saying, come up. Hagate, come up. Dude, can you just come up and actually like narrow in and let the chat ask questions and you respond to them? Like, bro, even the thing with JM sending bottles. First of all, me and Arrow will always admit we've sent shit to people. We've sent Nal shit. We've sent shit to SJAM. And we'll post all the screenshots. Part of the thing is when you tell the truth about shit, you don't have a problem posting the receipts. And JM has sent way more than 2 bottles. So like, I know you're doing this like rules for thee, not, you know, not for me type shit with her, but JM will even say that. She was pretty quiet today, but JM will say and admit certain things like that. So it's not.
Yeah, we know Jessica Messica has sent money or bottles or whatever to alcoholics online. We know that. Didn't she do the same thing with Naked and Laughing, or am I mistaken? I mean, there's still like that whole story about how Naked and Laughing ended up in Casper and who paid for her trip and everything. And I'm not saying that Jessica Messica did, but yeah, these people are trolls. Like, I wouldn't do this shit, but you know, they did it. And
JM is a revenge pornographer.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So how does that go for you, Azria?
No.
Hey guys.
Hey, Barney. But
Hold
I
on,
mean,
let's
we've got
put-
sending bottles, we have doxing, we have going IRL, we
This bitch
have
is fucking
revenge
delusional.
pornography, and yet it was posted. Scroll.
wait a minute, who was accused of revenge porn? Was this group of people accused? Barney, were you guys accused of revenge porn? Or what? Who was accused of revenge porn? And no, I'm not going to sit here paused until somebody answers me. Oh, she accused these, but oh, they were accused of revenge porn? Interesting. That's exactly what she's accused Negz of. I got it. I see. So basically she's working from a template. Yeah. They accuse everybody of being a revenge pornographer, or she does, or being a racist, or I don't know if she's accused you guys of that, but oh, Jessica Messica was accused? Okay. All right, let's continue.
Up, you lazy fucking cunt.
No, it's wild. This Azria thing, is this how this is going to turn out with like Hannibal? It's going to be a crash and burn and she's going to get arrested.
Yes.
This is
Crashing and burning hard. She
Yeah.
kicked fucking Shani from her server because Shani's crazy, and now she's taking Shani's lines and running with
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
That's so
Like-
true. When you said that, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Is that link not clickable? Oh, here's Azria. Okay, here we go. Oh, Barney's back too. Add.
God, imagine having Shani for Christ in your server. Imagine.
All right.
Hey,
What's up?
again, sorry, I had to like switch to my laptop.
Yeah, you're good. I'm just gonna let Azria do your thing, and I'm gonna meet her real quick. Let's hear you
Okay,
guys say,
so
Azria.
I think I have to mute you. One moment. Let me mute. There we go.
Oh, the other
And I gotta
Shani.
mute you too. No, we're fine. Papa Kilo.
Thank you.
Yo,
Hmm.
let's hear it.
I don't want to echo 1 second.
Maybe
Why do you need two bitches up on panel with you?
Got it. Thank you.
Because we want
Why
to
do you
be.
need
Why
two
is that
bitches
an
up on
issue?
panel
You've
with
been
you?
asking for me.
Why you? I'm not talking
You've
to you,
been
bitch.
asking
I'm not
for
talking
me.
to you.
I don't
I'm not
care.
talking to
I don't give a
you.
flying fuck.
You're so look. Oh my God, you're all such little pussies.
Well, let's hear it. What's
I want to take each
can we
of you
start?
one at a
Can
time.
we start with the? Can we start
One
with
at
the
a time.
financial
You know what?
abuse? Because I
You
think
know what?
financial
Hold on.
abuse is probably your best angle, right?
There we go. This works. There we go.
Can we start with that? You were saying that I financially abused her, and I really want to. I
Hold
really want
on. I'm trying to fix the audio. Give me a fucking second.
Okay,
Jesus
cool.
Christ.
Your brain is fucking fried. This has been a
No,
week.
I said give me a second. I'm trying to fix the audio.
Okay, you fix your audio, and
Christ.
I'm gonna post this. So I'm gonna
Yes,
fix
post
audio,
whatever you
and-
want.
and I want to hear from your angle. So it sounds something like
Jesus
I don't
Christ,
give her
man.
money. I
Okay,
got
but
here.
it's
I
not-
make sure she doesn't have a job. I wouldn't give her any money. Like I'm keeping her controlled, right? Is
I
that
hope somebody, you know what? Let me stop sharing. I hope somebody in the chat, please record this screen if you can.
yeah? You're good. Go ahead.
Hey, Hazelnut, that was a great video. And I really appreciated it because I'll be goddamned if I'm going to go crawling through her 300-hour live streams to pick out bits and pieces. And I really didn't appreciate the way she denied to Yato over and over again that she had accused these people of trafficking, right? And Yato was being gaslighted. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Everybody heard you. Like, everybody who's in the chat right now heard you. And she's like, no, I never said that. Yeah, you did. So you did a good job. Would a mod please drop Hazelnut Vanilla Frappuccino's channel in chat? That would be great.
I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. That's what you're saying. I financially abuse her, right?
Thank you, Anna.
Okay, there we go. Are good here. Oh, I know. Got it. Okay. I'll hold on a second. Okay.
Yeah,
Are you guys okay? Because you guys run your mouth so much. Why do you need 3 people up? That's what I'm asking you. As soon as you saw me, you got 3
said you were
bitches up.
doing
What's
the
up?
audio. Let's get on with it. Let's
What's
get on
up?
with it. It
No,
doesn't matter.
you're not going to tell
No
me
one
what to
cares. No one
do.
cares. Shut
Papa
up.
Kilo. Papa
now
Kilo.
I'm gonna put on my little
Look at you little leash bitches. Look at you little
am I a
leash bitches.
dog?
You jumped right up.
you're-
here.
And you know, this is the other thing that drives me crazy. She did this shit with Yato too. Whenever she gets a man on panel, she starts that gross whore talk. You know, oh daddy, oh papa, oh, you know, oh, you want my whatever, you know. And she did that really, really hardcore with Yato. Now look, I don't like Yato. I think everybody knows that. But it was gross. It was gross. And that's exactly what she's doing with him. And then, of course, she sent him a picture of her ass, which is a super respectful thing to do to a man who is A, has not expressed an interest, and B, is in a relationship with another woman. But she's got like this weird thing. It's like Fresh Garbage this is probably where she picked it up, where she really does want to give the impression that she can take any man away from any woman with the snap of her fingers. How has that worked so far, Hecate? It's just disgusting, man. It's gross. It makes my skin crawl.
using
What are you gonna get? Are you gonna get a
before.
cookie? Are you gonna get a cookie? What are you
Ezra,
gonna
so
get?
you said
I'm
Bitch,
a
I'm not
dog,
talking to
right?
you.
I'm a dog.
You are.
Yeah.
You're a little
Ezra.
doggy for Papa
Yeah.
Kilo. Yes. Roof, roof.
Ezra, so hold
Roofity
on. So
roof.
can you explain to everyone what you meant by financial abuse that you knew that I was doing to Ariel? Because you said that, right? So can you define
Are
that
you
for us?
okay?
Can you do it in
calm
legal terms
down?
too? Because aren't you like an almost lawyer?
Are you good?
Aren't
Not
you
even,
like
What's
not
wrong?
even close.
Didn't you
I've been
tell
up-
me
I've
that
been up
you
for
met
4
her
days.
after a month? You'll never be up for 4 days. You're a bitch made pussy that has 2
That's
bitches on the
not a
panel. I don't even
brag.
know why.
Oh,
How
okay.
is that
Why do
a
you,
brag?
ma'am? I
How is-
wasn't talking to you,
I
Vicky.
don't
Is
care.
that
I
your
don't-
boyfriend? Why you was that your boyfriend? You're very upset. I'm
Where?
not talking
Who?
to you, bitch.
Who?
You.
Who's my
Another one, another bitch who thinks that every woman is jealous of her. Are you fucking kidding?
boyfriend?
Are you
Who's
okay?
supposedly-
Are you okay?
Who is supposed? No, answer
Can
my
I help
question.
you with
Who?
something? I
Yes,
don't know why
who
you're
is my-
up here. Papa Kilo invited me. I don't know why she's addressing me. I don't know. Barney,
Well, you immediately
what's
started
up?
talking about them. You didn't answer any. You didn't like
Because
just
I
say what you're
because
gonna
I
say.
don't because I'm not they. I'm not talking to them. I don't
So
talk to the
who's my
little
supposed
puppies of the
boyfriend?
fucking you, Papa. I told you, you're the cow. You're the one I'm looking at. I'm talking to you.
Bro, you're
And
looking
only
like
a little
cow.
Then the
bitch.
fucking
Only a
crackhead
little
who's been up for 4
bitch.
days.
I could go
Bitch,
longer.
you're
I don't
out.
even
But
need
no one
crack.
can. That's
I
not
don't
a
even need
brag.
crack.
All right.
That's not
You
a
don't
brag.
even.
You're not
Is
doing
that what we're
anything with that
doing,
time.
Dregs?
Never
Hey, baby.
Okay. There you are. Do you feel better now, Ricky? Do you feel happy?
You're still breathing, so no.
Oh,
As
you want to
you,
kill me? Say it
No.
again.
shit.
That wasn't
Oh,
a threat,
no.
sweetheart. That wasn't a threat.
No, I'm asking you. You want me dead? You said I'm still breathing, so you're not okay. So I'm asking what you want.
Oh God, another thin-skinned bitch who thinks that everybody is threatening her, just like fresh garbage. She thought Anna was threatening her. She thought that Caroline lady was threatening her. She thinks everybody's threatening her. She can dish it out, but she can't take it. Nobody's threatening your sorry, pathetic ass garbage, okay? Nobody's threatening you. Nobody gives a shit about you. And no, it's not a threat, but anyway, I'll let Ricky speak for herself.
I'm not
You okay?
speaking because I don't
I'm
Ricky,
on the mic.
I don't even know why you're up here. I don't like. What are you two lapdogs doing up here? I was talking to Papa Kilo this whole time.
What's
up?
You
care?
good little
What's up?
laptop.
What's up? I came here with myself. And look at him sitting up there not saying anything. You're such a bitch, man.
You are a bitch, and your mother.
I am a fucking bitch. She's a bitch too, and my granny. Anyway, what do you want? What do you want, Barney? Why do you sit on panel? Why do you sit on panel? I'll talk about you, and I'm gonna keep talking about you. You're a fucking weirdo. What are you going to do? I am now fully obsessed with you and Papa Kilo. Well, you know what? I would love to know why.
So what the fuck do you have
Why
to
was
say
just
now?
wait? What? Wait. Say that again. Wait, what?
You were just begging for Barney. So what the fuck do you have to say
Oh,
now?
Are you
Like,
gonna
say
be
some
quiet?
shit that actually makes
You're
sense.
a fucking weirdo because you're
a fucking
no
weirdo.
that.
You
Oh
can
my!
sit on
I'm
live
trying to
for
talk. You
days
don't want me to
straight
finish my
talking about Girl
sentence?
World.
Barney, don't cringe at yourself. You're doing fine. This is my opportunity to insert my PSA. For those of you who are new, who have never watched me, one of the things I can't stand about this bitch, not Barney or Ricky, okay? I'm talking about Hecate. I don't like the way, first of all, I don't understand why it is that if she's got all these certificates and degrees and all of these qualifications, why she decided to become a hooker in her late 30s. I don't understand that. That is a hell of a life choice. The other thing is, I don't like the fact that she downplays the risks and the degradation and the other issues involved in being a prostitute. I don't like it. I'm not one who thinks that prostitution should be made illegal because what's the point? It'll just go underground, so just, don't try to make it illegal. That's ridiculous. What I do mind is that, and this is the first thing that she and I had butted heads over, because I made my feelings about prostitution known. This is not some bra-burning, hairy armpit feminist diatribe, okay? I'm just being realistic that prostitution is a high-risk profession. You are high risk for being beaten up. You are at high risk for being robbed, for being raped. And it's not Pretty Woman. It's not it's not what these OnlyFans gangbang bitches try to portray, that it is like, wow, all you have to do is lay on your back and make all this. No. And I resent the fact that she makes it out to be like, oh, I'm so liberated. I'm that girl, I'm an amazing, empowered woman, and all that shit. No. I'm really turned off by the way she presents it, and the way that people in her chat are like, yes, queen. Are you fucking kidding? Are you fucking kidding? That you don't realize the dangers of this woman's profession. So that's something else I don't like. I think it's disgusting. Giving people the impression that prostitution is like, oh, it's no big deal. Just another day at the office. No, it is a big fucking deal. Especially when you are zooted on drugs or drunk or whatever. And here's the thing. Okay, I want to return to this BBW Veronica thing. What is her problem with BBW Veronica? I heard one theory that it's because BBW Veronica, who overshared on a stream or in a video, whatever, admitted that there was some guy who came to her who was black. He was a client and he had a fetish and he wanted BBW Veronica to treat him like a slave. And she mentioned something about generational trauma. I don't know. And a lot of people freaked out about it. And it's like, don't you understand that that is like the whole point of fetish? That is the whole point of fetish. People have weird, dark fetishes, rape fetishes, humiliation fetishes. They want to be treated like babies. There are a lot of fetishes, and you would think that Hecate, as a sex worker, would know this, because we know that men do not pay prostitutes money to have vanilla missionary sex. I think that we're all fucking aware of that. So, I don't know. Is that the origin of her problem with BBW Veronica? I don't know. I heard somewhere in the ether that might be it, but I'm not sure. But I do know that a lot of people turned on BBW Veronica, who seems like a very sweet lady, by the way.
You don't want me to,
I'm
and
not.
I'll
You were
talk
just
about
talking
her.
over everyone.
Oh,
So I'm
see,
not gonna let
look,
you.
yeah, because you're fucking stupid. That's why, and you're scared. Shut your
You
mouth and let me
literally
talk.
asked her a question and then
Hey,
she was
Ricky.
answering.
Oh, Anna. So I know that I heard that Hecate caters to like gigantress or giganticism. But is she also like, does she also offer up vor? Is that something else? All right. Well, as no one is actually eaten for real, then whatever. But okay.
you.
I'm very
Oh my
much
God.
scared of a
Anyway,
bitch that
so
stays on live
Barney
for 4 days
is
talking
a
about
weirdo.
Go and
Why'd
SJAM.
you ask SJAM twice and say you want to put a camera in his room while he's drunk?
Bitch,
Remember?
have you ever heard of a joke? It
Oh,
was
yeah?
a fucking joke.
You were joking. Okay. And why are you guys talking about asking him to take his shirt off while he's drunk, and he's taking his shirt off
Oh,
while
for
he's
God's
drunk?
sake.
Because he's a
Incapacitated,
sex worker.
unable
It was
to.
a fucking
Oh, did you
joke.
pay him? Did you pay him for that?
No,
Yeah.
bitch. It was free.
No, it was free. Well, why did you get it free? If
You're
he's a
not
sex
making
worker.
any sense. You're just talking
No,
about
I'm just
something.
smarter
You're
than
fucking
you.
delusional.
You're-
You're
to see what
sick
she
mentally.
always
Anybody who
does.
wants to go on a panel with
Please
someone
mute
who's
her.
completely into
Please mute
that's what I thought, bitch.
Okay, so asking SJAM when he's drunk to take his shirt off is I'm lost. So that's exploitation. No, they're trolling him. And they've been trolling him for years. This is what I don't understand. I don't know about Ricky, but these other people in this group have been in his chats for years with no incident. So here comes Hecate, to free SJAM from his shackles. This is the most retarded thing that I have seen on this platform in quite some time. This is utterly ridiculous. First, she tard wrangles Russ and assigns her minion to be his minder. The minion who runs around convincing people that, oh, when Russ talks about, SA, and when he talks and when he stalks people and when he makes fake phone calls to the police and when he doxes people's parents and lies continuously, well, he can't really be held responsible because he's too retarded to know right from wrong. No, that's not true. Now she's picked up SJAM. I'm sure she'll pick up another couple of tards along the way. What is this? What is this like messianic complex for these losers? I don't get it.
That's what I thought, bitch.
You're doing a great job. No, this is great. You see the poll we ran, Ezra?
I don't a poll.
Yeah, you see the poll we
Oh
ran?
my
We asked
God,
just
poor
asked the
little
chat in the
things. You
chat.
need constant people to make you feel like you're important.
As the person who's been live for 4
It
days
better
straight,
be.
live
I'm
streaming,
not
what you
done
talking
yet,
about?
and I'm not done yet.
That's
No,
fine. You don't have to be.
So
So what you should
if you don't
do.
care, then why have you been in my chat all goddamn day? And what the fuck is this?
I haven't been, sweetheart.
I don't care.
All right, so we muted her.
First
So
of all, let's
what's
talk
everyone's
Okay, Vegas.
understanding of financial abuse? Because the way that I see it is, and how she kind of explained it, was that I got her here, so I got Arrow here, and I was like, you're not going to have a job, you're not going to have any financial means, and you're not going to be able to really do anything. Once you're here, you're kind of trapped, is what I'm assuming. So she tried to make it seem like I don't give Arrow any money. There isn't any. This is, keep in mind, this is just the cash apps. This is just cash apps for certain things. This isn't like her using my card.
Oh shit, that reminds me. I'm sorry. I should put like a post-it note up on this computer. I want to thank the people who have donated through Cash App to both me and to Negz. We're very, very grateful. Thank you so much. I have been remiss. I know that Negz is right on top of it when somebody donates. I have been a little slow on the uptake. So thank you. And this is going back a couple of weeks too. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And this is also my pitch to everybody. If you're not subscribed to my channel, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much. Let's continue.
Her card's coming in the mail, like type vibe. This isn't that thing at all. This is complete. What was that? No, this is I think from, yeah, I think this is total. This is a lot. So I'm gonna
Why?
Yeah. So can you tell us what your version of financial abuse? Because you claimed I financially.
There's not
abused
no
you.
version. What I said was you're a fuck boy, and I could see you from a mile away.
Oh, I
And
see.
can you
That's what I
explain that?
said.
Because even JM said,
Excuse me, Ricky.
Can I pay
Ricky,
all the
I'm not
bills?
talking to you, Ricky.
Hold up.
I didn't say a
What?
fucking
Well,
word.
which
Okay, so we've downgraded from trafficker and financial abuser and possible essayer of Ariel, I guess. I don't know. And now he's a fuckboy. All right. All right, this is another really lazy technique that she uses where she tries to emasculate the male person who's on panel. It's so fucking embarrassing. It really is. Let's continue.
You idiot.
I'm gonna mute her
That
again.
was
She just can't stop-
Barney.
She can't stop mooing, dude. She's crazy. She's just, she really needs, she had close friends around her. They would say like, hey man, you probably should just go to bed. This
She
is a little
doesn't
much.
have friends. That's
No,
why
it's
she's
it's
been on
insane.
live for 4 days.
So
she has
the thing
no
is,
friends and no life.
so
The bitch
yeah, no,
didn't
so the-
wash her ass in 4 days.
Yep.
So the thing is like, okay, so now that you were claiming that I financially abuse her, but now that's obviously not the case, right? So now that's going to fall. That was just one of your intuitions, Azria. Did you just get that from what? The same way you know I'm a fuckboy? Even your friend JM said fuckboys, she doesn't think fuckboys pay all the bills. So
Right?
So define that for me, because you're like the legal expert, right? You're the almost lawyer. So let's hear it. Let's hear it, Azria. What's the definition, your definition of a fuckboy? Is it just someone you randomly choose because
Pretty
you
much.
don't like them? And what's the reason for that?
Yeah, the way that she figures out who is and isn't a racist. The way she figures out whether somebody is or is not being trafficked. Voices in her head, drugs, lack of sleep, and attaboys from her, cult-like chat. And the weirdos who are giving her all this information and convincing her that it's true. It doesn't seem like she needs a lot of arm twisting to go on her channel and repeat verbatim what these losers and weirdos are telling her. But okay. And by the way, I wanted to point out that she scolded me for and said, "Did you do your research on Papa Kilo or Ariel?" Why would I? Why the fuck would I? You know, you're the one who made the claim, Azria. You made the claim. It is your responsibility to provide the evidence for that claim. Why should I go out and do research to back up whatever the fuck it is that the voices in your head tell you? No. No, you need to provide the proof of what you are saying. Otherwise, just, I don't believe a word of it. It's ridiculous.
Muted. Oh,
Yeah, you got
you're
muted.
done?
Yeah,
Oh.
you're muted because you don't know. How to shut
Look. They don't want me to talk, okay? Barney, shut the fuck up. You're a raggedy broke bitch with no job, and you're
You wish
weird.
I was broke with
Yeah,
no
you-
job.
you
have
are
to sell your
broke.
pussy to get
And
money.
I'm always
Literally.
gonna sell it. I'm a badass bitch. What do you mean? I'm
Hey,
sorry.
I got a question for you.
Oh,
So
you
I
got a
think-
slave for Papa Kilo, bit.
Hey, so I kind of have this. I was saying this earlier. It kind of seems like she's mad at Ariel because Ariel has a better ROI on her pussy. So if you think about it, Azria sells her pussy and gets, $100, couple $100. Ariel uses her pussy. She gets a whole ass life. Like she gets a whole ass, moves to a different place, a family. She gets provided for. She gets all the perks. So it kind of seems like Azria is a little mad that she's in her 40s slinging pussy and she never really had someone that was a simp as much as me to come wife her up. But let's hear what you had to say about that, Azria. Let's hear.
I said that you're a fuck boy. I don't know
Right.
all this other bullshit you're talking
No,
about.
but we
You're gonna
do.
keep muting. Barney. Why do you ask?
Yeah, boobies is a problem. I've kicked them. I've had enough. I've seen enough of their behavior in other chats. I don't want them here. So, bye-bye.
Drunk people to do things when they can't consent. I've asked you 3
Because I
times
fucking
already.
can. You're trying
Okay.
to sit here and
Okay, so you're a pervert. You're a
Like
pervert and a
you're
predator. You're a pervert and a predator. That's all. And
Oh, now a pervert and a predator. Okay. Got it. So she's basically ticking off all the boxes. Do all these bitches work off the same template? Is that how it works? And it seems like she makes these accusations. She directs these accusations at pretty much everybody she's criticizing. It's so ridiculous. Why does anybody believe a word that comes out of this bitch's mouth? And I wish that everybody would stop kissing her ass too. And ultimately, I've stopped warning people about her. You're all grown. You all think you know best. You all think that you can use her for whatever you need her for. So I'm just saying that if you think you're her buddy, when she turns on you, I don't want to hear you crying, okay? And I will have no sympathy. I will point and laugh. But I won't do it publicly because that's rude. I'll just do it on the inside.
Papa Kilo, I said you're a
What?
fuck boy. What?
No, you
What?
didn't. You said I'm dangerous for the kids. You said I'm
Barney,
trafficking her. You're
Barney,
saying
you
I
little
fucking-
pervert. Barney, you little pervert. Why are you up here? Go talk to a drunk person who can't consent.
I'm
What are you
talking
up
to
here
you,
for?
a person
Why?
on drugs.
I
I think
just
it would
asked
be equal.
why.
So Barney is a pervert. Okay, this I gotta hear. Would you please provide examples? I want to know how Barney is a pervert. Because now I'm curious.
Why do you talk to drunk people when they can't consent? And you said because you want to. You're fucked in the head, bitch.
Oh.
Can I help you with
You've been
something?
awake for 4
Yeah,
days.
and I'm
Your
not done
daughter is
yet.
not around you. You don't.
My
fucking
daughter's
take
an
care of your
adult,
kids.
silly.
You sell pussy.
Oh, how many
Shut
kids?
up.
Barney
You
has
probably had
several
to grow
kids,
up real
doesn't
quick,
she?
right? She had to grow up
Barney
real
has
quick with her mom
Barney
and
has
not
several
work.
kids, doesn't she? Don't you,
No.
Barney?
Have any?
Never
Okay,
would I
why
be
did you
the
presume that I have
person
several kids?
Bitch,
Why do
I
you think
said
I have a
a
bunch
daughter.
of kids? Okay, I have a daughter and she's a grown woman. So what's your fucking point? I'm in my 40s.
Well, she
And I'll
probably
stay
had
up
to grow
for 10 more days, bitch.
Online? That's
She
what
probably
you're,
had
this
to
what you're
grow up.
doing in your 40s on fucking line?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sound fucking dumb.
Ezra's, I mean, her kid obviously had to grow up quick when your mom's in that line of work, and I mean, you're using, right? Because I've never been one to claim people are using, but bro, you've been up for 4 days. You've been up, and this is not the first time you've done this. This is not like just some.
Doesn't she admit that she, oh, Mr. Redfield, welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. Didn't she admit that she basically hoards her Vyvanse and like gulps it down so that she can be awake for 4 fucking days, smearing people and lying about people and going crazy and making all these insane accusations? Is it Vyvanse or Adderall? And then she had the nerve to tweet out like this whole long list of drugs that she uses, like heroin and meth and acid. And I'm not judging that, okay? But I think it's a hell of a thing to admit to. I mean, we all know that there's something very wrong with this bitch. But, yeah, she's not staying awake naturally. Okay? Of course, we all know that she is being assisted. She's got, help keeping her eyes open for 4 straight days so that she can smear people.
Stay up late. I'm really passionate about this shit. This is like I'm mumbling, not making sense of things. Like this whole thing, even people in your chat that are friends with you are like, this is kind of unhinged. You should probably just go to bed. No one's viewing you like David Goggins. I know in your mind you think that, but no one's really viewing you like that. Yeah, you are.
First of all. Unmute her. Let her say whatever she has to say.
Am I muted? Okay. Barney, are you okay? Why are you always so angry, bitch?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy. You're always pissed off. You're always screeching.
I'm not.
Barney is angry and unhappy. She sounds fine to me. She's just irritated by you, which is completely understandable.
You are right now. You were screeching on SJAM's panel. You're screeching right now. You were screeching in the chat. If what I'm saying is wrong, why are you so mad? You good?
Hi there, Astro. Good to see you.
Trying to like play me and be like, oh, if what I'm saying is wrong, I'm so mad when you see shit all day.
What shit? You literally said you want to. You said you want to talk to people who are drunk and ask them to do things.
Wash your dirty ass.
I have a bidet, baby. It's okay. Every time I pee, I wash my pussy. I have a bidet. So don't worry about my pussy. Did you want some?
Oh,
Did you want some?
Here we go with the horde talk again. This is so cringy and embarrassing. It's so cringy. Is this supposed to be seductive or is this like a power move? It's not fucking working.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You don't know what a bidet is, do you? That's okay, sweetie. Do you have an education? I heard you have a bunch of kids, and look what you do. You sit. I'm educated because I have an education. That's why I know what trash you are and trash Papa Kilo is.
It's fun.
It's really good to see you applying your education. So you went into whoring with all this education. True story. I dated a guy who went to Stanford Business School, and he had a classmate that he introduced me to after he graduated, and she made it through Stanford by escorting. She is the only person, no, she's the second person I've met who was in the sex trade who actually did use the money for the purpose that they said that they were using it. Because, the strippers always give you that bullshit story. Oh, yeah, I'm here because I'm working my way through law school. No, that's not true. One girl that I met who was a stripper used the money to pay for, her degree in physical therapy. And once she got it, she quit. And then there was this girl, and once she graduated from Stanford, she quit. But you went the opposite direction. You got these certificates or these qualifications, and then you became a hooker. And I'm not going to make some distinction between hooker and escort and outcall and all that shit. It's all the same thing. The end result is all the same. So I'm not getting it. That's a hell of a pivot in life, especially in your late 30s.
It's funny if you have an education.
But you don't.
You have a legal education and you can't define anything.
But I'd rather sell my pussy, though. I'd rather sell my pussy. It's more fun. Is that a problem?
You're 40.
I don't think it's more fun. I think it's your only option at this point.
Exactly.
Honestly, and the thing is you went into the line of work. You went into the line of legal work, and for someone who does that, you've given no proof, no evidence. You presented nothing other than how you're feeling.
Yep.
You just feel that that's the case. How do you see it? I don't know.
First of all,
but she's like literally
in your 40s selling pussy clearly means that you're not.
I can record what I say, okay? So this fucking guy, he goes and he brings two bitches
mute her,
online. Oh, mute, because I'll drag the shit out.
So drag me. Say some shit that really.
No, you don't drag people. You just lie about them, and you do it loudly. That's all you do. You fucking lie about people that you don't know. You get all your information off the farms, and then when the farms pivots, when somebody that you've been following on the farm, some poster, changes their mind, you get all pissed off, and you're like, oh my God, they all fooled me. You know, you get your information from these weirdos and psychos in your Discord, and your minion who runs around spying for you in everybody's streams and chats. Pathetic.
It's gonna mean something. Drag
What do
me.
you? I don't. What do you? Who are you? You just
I'm
you
the
just
person
admitted
that
you like to
keep
take
calling
advantage
for
of
in your
drunk
chat.
people.
I'm
You
the
just
person
admitted you like to
keep calling
take
for in your
advantage of.
chat.
You just admitted you like to take advantage of a drunk person. You're
No,
actual
I
trash in the
didn't.
bottom of my shoe. I don't know what your problem is. Why are you up here? You're dog shit to me. I heard.
I 1,000,000% agree, Barney. 1,000,000%. Absolutely. Somebody told me that she said that her longest relationship was 2 years and that she basically was fed up at 8 months. So this woman has never had a relationship long term. I think that's why she targets couples. I think she's very unhappy. I think she's a very insecure person, you know, which is why she goes after people who are not insecure. And the way that she picks her targets at random is really scary, which is why I say yet again to all the creators who are boosting her and saying that she's so amazing and so great, you know, you can go after fresh garbage. She is low-hanging fruit. This bitch right here is a problem. But all of you are going to have to learn the hard way. The way that people had to learn the hard way about Russ and about other people in the community who are now pariahs. You know, you all had to learn the hard way. All of you had to get burned one by one by one. And then you finally figured it out. And this one is a problem. And, oh well, can't say you weren't warned.
Heard about you before, but you've confirmed it
didn't-
today. You confirmed it
think
today
I
when
can
you
go back
said
and work
you
with someone
confirmed
that-
it today when you said that you will take advantage of someone and coerce them when they're an
Can
alcoholic.
you mute her?
Okay.
Can you mute her?
Yeah, you're a predator. You're beneath
Can you
me.
mute her again?
Why are you up here, bitch? Can I help? I'm talking to Papa Kilo. Why are you up here?
What are you gonna say?
Why are
What do
you
know
up
about-
here, you
Ezra,
little
then how about
puppy
you say? How
dog?
about you show?
You act
what
like
is
you're
your-
so fucking hard, but neither of you can talk to me alone. But you run your
Okay,
mouth. and
okay,
put me on
Barney,
mute.
Barney, let me talk.
Why don't you
Let me-
hang up?
Barney, let me talk.
What
I'll
are
bring you
you
back up
even
in
I'm
a
not
minute.
talking to you, Barney. Take her
Kilo,
off the
can you
panel.
please
Stop
mute
being
her
a
with that?
bitch, Papa.
Hold on, Barney, come down,
Take
and
her
then let
off
me
the
just talk to her.
panel. And
I'm
yeah,
not kicking her
thank
off. She can leave.
you.
I'm not kicking her off. She can
Like,
leave. I'll bring you back
bye,
up, Barney.
Barney.
Bring you back up.
Bye, Barney.
I'm sorry about the volume problem. I apologize. Oh, it's something that I've been struggling with on this channel. I just lowered the volume of the video. I'm hoping that balances out the volume issue. But thank you for pointing it out. I appreciate you letting me know.
Everything with Azri is
There
like
you
the
go,
next
good
step.
girl.
So what is it? So let me get this straight.
So
everything you
anyway,
said
I
is just your
said,
opinions, right? It's all just your
no,
opinions. You don't have any
excuse
proof
me.
evidence for anything.
I've already
Let's
told
hear
you
it.
that I'm not going to take what I have and show you for what.
have
If you didn't
anything.
do any, there you go. I don't have anything. So why you been reading in my fucking chat all day then? You and all your trolls been in my chat all fucking day because I don't have anything? Why you been doxing people that you think have been talking to me? You've been doxing right in people's
So
chat.
who is that?
Why
Who
are
is
you
that?
doing this panel right now if I don't have anything?
Because
Why are you creeping around to everybody's chats, bitch? Why are you creeping around to everybody's chats or sending people from your community to go into people's chats and spy and see who's donating money and who's participating and oh, who are they and who's this and who's that? Why do you do that? Why are you so fucking interested in who is chatting in other communities or who's donating in other communities? You're a piece of shit, Hecate. You really are. I wish I could make this funnier, but I swear to God, this bitch is the worst. The worst. Let's continue.
you're
You
making
seem very
accusations
bothered.
about me.
You seem
No,
very,
you're-
so sue me then for defamation then.
No, because I'm not. That's retarded. Why am I going
I
to be
said
like, oh,
you're
somebody
a
hurt my
fuckboy.
feelings?
You are a
Somebody hurt my
fuckboy.
feelings online.
You
I'm
are a
just- no,
fuckboy.
I'm
Who
trying to
meets
say-
a
I'm trying to
woman
say
in
that I'm
like
trapped
2
in
months and then gets a tattoo and then
How long have we been
moves
together?
her
How long
in?
have we been together?
10 years. I don't know.
You have, exactly. You don't know. I'm just gonna start
You
asking you
said
questions
2
to see if
months.
you know. How
You
long have we
said
been
2
living
months.
together?
You
When
said
did
I don't
say
care
that?
how long.
When did I say 2 months?
You said how long's it
When was
been? A
that?
year? It hasn't
no,
been a
I'm asking you.
year.
I'm
Has it been
asking
a
you.
year? It
You
hasn't
should
even been a
know, right?
year.
You
It
don't even
has.
know.
It
It's only
hasn't
2
even
weeks
been
ago,
a
right?
year yet.
Hold
And
on.
this
So what are
bitch
you gonna
left
say?
everything.
So let me get this straight. You have no idea how long we've been together as a starting point, and you're just gonna try to be like, you're asking, right? So let's hear. How long have we been together? If you know, let's hear it.
No, you don't think it's him, pew pew, but it's fine. Sorry, what? What does it matter? I said you're a fuckboy. Why did you get tattoos?
Hold on. No, you didn't say I'm a fuckboy. You said I'm trafficking, that I'm dangerous for my kids, that I'm abusing. I mean, yeah, you said I'm a fuckboy, but I don't really, it's whatever. Like the thing, that's not really that serious. But I mean, you can call me fuckboy, it's fine. But I'm saying you're like like I'm financially abusing her, I'm trafficking her, I'm dangerous for the kids. You're making wild accusations, and you don't even know how long we've been together yourself. I don't know. Hold on 1 second. Let me.
Are you done muting? I said, are you okay? It's hard for me to have an entire.
Yeah, that was actually one of her funnier delusions, Anna, when she gave the impression that, Kiwi Farms was under her control and that all she had to do was snap her fingers and the farmers were going to send her all the information she wanted. That was hysterical. I guess nobody has filled her in on Kiwi Farms' policy on personal army requests. She'll figure it out. She is so mad at Strawberry Douche. I think that is hilarious. What, did Strawberry Douche let you down, AK Jr.? Did Strawberry Douche give you the sads? Because Strawberry Douche did what exactly? So embarrassing. I mean, seriously, getting into a scrape with the farmers is a complete waste of fucking time. But you go ahead and waste your time. You seem to have plenty of it. So, do what you want.
Entire sentence without you having to mute me. I've noticed that. Are you okay? Can I speak? You good? Or is this done? Like, what's happening?
No, you're good. You're good. I'm speaking.
You can't. No, but you talk. You mute me when I'm talking.
Oh, really? Okay, just like Nodder then. Yeah, just like AK. She's turning into AK. You realize that, right? False striking people to get their information, their addresses and shit. Yeah. I mean, Hazelnut, your content is transformative, so doesn't have a leg to stand on. But that's a really revealing thing. See, hey, creators who are backing her up. Here's another one who is threatening to issue false strikes so that she can dox creators that she doesn't like. But again, you guys are gonna have to learn the hard way. You never listen to me. You never fucking listen. But okay, your funeral. Let's continue.
And then you talk over me. That's what you've been doing.
Make a point, and then you can do it. Okay, no, you make your point. You make your point.
Yeah, make my point. Okay, here's my point. Any man who has 2 children and 2 baby mothers at your age and has already moved Ariel, this insane bitch who's so desperate, wherever they are, and you have.
God, she said the same fucking shit about me and Negz. That I'm desperate, that I moved and all this. Exactly the same thing. Counting the baby mamas and all that crap. I was told that she has a very interesting video on her Azria, the Amazon channel, talking about single motherhood and that it's quite revealing. It reveals a certain mindset. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to speculate, but yeah, a lot of the pieces of the puzzle are beginning to come together.
Tattooed and all this shit. You're a fucking fuckboy. She's unemployed, I heard as well. So am I wrong or what? That's what a fuckboy is. You're okay. Codependent and you're attached to her for what?
Okay.
Codependent? Is that what you call a traditional relationship? Where a woman stays at home and looks after the kids and the man goes to work. So that's codependent. You don't know what fucking codependent means either. You don't know what trafficking means and you don't know what codependent means. But let's continue.
And then also I've seen you and Barney on the
Hold up,
panel
hold up,
when
hold up,
SJAM is in
hold on, hold on.
completely.
Okay, no. I'm not going to let you just ramble on. We're going to go one thing at a time. Okay, so yes, she's unemployed. I go to work. She stays home. We have a family dynamic. That's how it is. I know that that's foreign and crazy as fuck to you. I think a fuckboy is someone who doesn't pay bills, that just plays video games all day, not the complete opposite
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
exactly what
that
that
handles
is.
everything. So that already makes no sense to me. If you think she's so desperate to jump at anyone that gives her attention, what happened with Dark Salmon? Because I know you know all about that. Wasn't Dark Salmon trying to fly her out to Hawaii and, you know, be her girlfriend and shit? Why didn't she bite at that? So you can answer that now. We'll go to the next one.
I don't know what you're talking about with that.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
No, I don't
Okay,
care.
Oh, so you didn't do your research, huh? So you didn't know this about Ariel's past, so your minions didn't feed you this information because they didn't think it was relevant? Okay. Doesn't sound like your research was conducted on a very deep level. I don't think that there was any research at all. I think people just came to you. I think people could go to Hecate with doctored screenshots, photoshopped bullshit, you know, DMs out of context, butted together, and she would totally believe it. She would show it on stream. But hey, you guys, she's a breath of fresh air, according to Peanut. A breath of fresh air. People love her. They think that she's amazing. Yeah, we'll see how amazing she is in the coming months.
You're streaming a couple.
Are you okay? Well, I won't be watching it. You're mad people want you, bitch. Like, so what? Even if it were true, who cares? Like, what's your point? Misinformation. Anyways, so basically, my opinion doesn't change if you only fuckboys do that. You just met her. Why don't you're using her to be a babysitter. That's all. You're just using her.
Oh, so that's what it is.
You're looking for a housewife. I'm pretty sure you'll be cheating on her soon.
Oh, so he uses her to be a babysitter. I'm telling you, the more I hear come out of her mouth, the more convinced I am that she is so incredibly jealous of couples. She claims that she doesn't respect the two people involved in the partnership. But this is exactly the kind of arrangement that she would have loved to have. You think this bitch wants to be earning a living on her back or on all fours at her age? You think that she wouldn't prefer to have a man in her life to help her with all the, challenges of raising a kid? I mean, the kid is an adult now, I guess. But you think she wouldn't have wanted a man around to help her? And I think that when she finds that there are couples that are making it work, she gets livid, absolutely furious. That is my thinking. And she's got a bunch of losers in her community. People who literally, I mean, they get her turned around and wound up and all this. But this is some bullshit, man. This is really bad.
Pretty sure. Is that what
you do fuckboy shit? So you're a fuckboy.
So fuckboys provide.
I see your type. You're not providing anything. You're putting her in a position where she has to ask you for what she wants. It's called isolation and financial abuse.
Do you feel pretty?
Let her get a job. Why do you want her not working? Why do you
isolation and financial abuse? Huh? Really? You think that this is isolation and financial abuse based on what evidence? I'm telling you, she would have given her left arm to have this arrangement at some point in her life. It's a little late now. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I absolutely agree. That is 100% true. I find myself in this situation now, which is hardly the position I thought I would find myself in at this age or any age, but it works out really, really well. I'm frustrated. I would like to work, but, I can't really walk well, and I've got the big C, So until those treatments are done, I can't get a job. But so far, it's worked out really, really, really well. And I find it very rewarding. I never thought I would. Never in a million years did I think that this is the kind of life that I would enjoy. But it's great. And if it's working for Papa Kilo and Ariel and the kids, why not? But this one knows better. This one who has never been in a relationship, never been married, never raised a child with a man by her side, but she knows better. Okay.
You want to stay home with your
So she
family?
has- I
Are
didn't
those her kids?
Did you hear it?
She only has one kid, right?
She wants to know. She wants to know why. I don't
How many
let you get
kids?
a job.
How many kids?
You're saying that I don't let. So you're saying that I don't let her, right?
I said, why would you want your woman not to be employed or have some kind of
She
access to
has the
something for their
choice.
own?
She has a choice.
Oh, okay.
But you don't know the plans that they have for the future.
I know. I don't. That's what they always do. They tell future plans. It just never happened. And you've been doing weird fuck
what?
shit all over the place.
What does this have to do with SJAM? You know, I'm waiting for the trafficking evidence to come up. I'm waiting for her to show a shred of evidence that this group of people is involved in trafficking or exploiting SJAM in any way. And I'm going to ask this question again, okay? If you're going to pick out a content creator on any platform to exploit financially, why would you pick a broke bitch who doesn't make a dime on the platform like SJAM? Why would you pick him? Why wouldn't you go after someone else? None of this makes sense. On the surface, you know, under the surface, it's ridiculous. The woman is crazy. Let's continue.
Like what?
Is this more so for your audience so
If
that you
she-
feel cool?
No, this is
or-
for you. This is for you to look at.
No,
an
that's
idiot
not
because
going to
you
work
always have
on
your-
me. It's not going to work
you
on
always have
me.
your receipts.
I
Oh,
have
no.
my receipts. I'm just
Then
not
show
showing
them.
them to you. Why?
And
So you
what's
can
the
start
benefit
trying to
from
figure
that?
out where they came from. Is that
Receipts of what, though? Proving the trafficking? Proving that there's a sex cult in somebody's Discord? Proving what? What receipts? Show them. Show them. Oh, I don't want anybody to know where they came from. Then use the blur feature. Get one of those retards in your community, in your Discord, to teach you either how to use Photoshop or they can do it themselves. But it's a lot more fun being able to stream for 4 days and hurl around, you know, accusations with zero proof, because the cult members in your chat, the SEALs, are going to clap for you, right? Let's continue.
Bro, you have no receipts. That's what
Okay,
I'm saying.
sure
It's not about
then.
what you- you have no
Doesn't
receipts.
I have no
You have
receipts? Okay.
So your whole thing
So
is
how
to
many
go
more
live
streams are you
and
going to do on me, and how many more people are going to come into my chat if I have?
You're telling me your whole thing is to go live and drop receipts and drag people, but here you are all of a sudden with no receipts and just saying, "Oh, I have the evidence. You're abusing her. You're doing all this shit," and all of a sudden it's just your opinion, and you're just saying I'm a fuckboy, and you just don't want to know the receipts. Like you don't want to share them. That doesn't really make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Are you done? Oh, well, this is the thing. I like to gather all the information. All the people are messaging me.
You learned
stuff,
that
and
in
once
your
I put it
legal
together-
studies.
Oh, you're getting mad.
Your
You can't let me.
legal studies,
Oh, you're
you
getting
learned
upset. You don't want me to let me finish?
Okay,
So you
can finish.
okay?
Does anybody
All right.
that you work with, any
Well,
of
I
your
don't
clients,
do what you want me to do. You're a
And then-
fuck.
Finish what, though? What is the point? I mean, this is not your channel, Hecate. You are not preaching to the retards and the morons in your chat. And I think that a lot of people have noticed that her community has really gone through a lot of churn, and a lot of the people that were in there, 6 months ago, a year ago, they're not there anymore. There are a few, hangers-on, a few stragglers, but there are a lot of people who have left because they've had enough, and because they don't want to be singled out if they contradict you, or if they say something, or they step out of line or whatever, and have you call them out and drag them on stream and humiliate them, Nobody needs that shit, all right? You come into a chat, you want to enjoy yourself, you want to talk a little shit, whatever, but it is not that doesn't mean that you're signing on to somebody's personal fucking army, and it doesn't mean that you have to sign a loyalty oath, and people have to be free to leave. This is not the Soviet fucking Union. What is wrong with you? The way that you did Sean Nova dirty. And that's just the most recent example. She has a real problem with people who don't pledge loyalty to her. That's why she doesn't like me. She really thought that if she started coming for Negz and going after him and threatening me, not threatening me, but calling me names and dragging me, that I would do what? Break up with Negz, put on a gray hoodie, sit on the floor barefoot, you know, wave an onion in front of my face, squeeze out a few tears, beg for forgiveness, and then, you know, join her movement, whatever the fuck it is. She was very, very angry that I chose my real life over her imaginary life online because she's nuts. She's out of her fucking mind. So yeah, let's continue.
Your clients let you finish.
You're a fuckboy. You can never be my client. I don't do what you want me to do. I know what I know. I'll drop my receipts when I'm fucking ready.
Oh yeah, when you get them.
And you can say whatever you want until then. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. You literally you mean nothing to me. You've been reading all goddamn day. Why do you have 70 people in my chat all day? Why are all these people like, are you okay?
Bro, because
you need to have a whole plan behind you.
We're genuinely watching how unhinged you've been acting.
Okay.
Exactly. Hecate has turned into a train wreck. And, you know, there are a lot of people watching. There are very, very few people chatting. People are going over there now because you are a fucking mess. And they want to see what happens. They want to see you flame out on stream. They want to see what happens as you approach the end of the 3 days or 4 days or whatever. When you start getting really loopy and you start saying and doing crazy shit. Or when you're really, really drunk or really, really high and you behave the way you did towards Yato. That's what people want to see. Let's continue.
So watch me. Okay, so I'm unhinged. What's the problem? Let me be unhinged. Why are you bothered?
That's incorrect.
Why are you bothered?
You're trafficking.
Yeah.
Didn't you take?
I've been people. So then do it then. Do it then.
So that's what I'm asking. Didn't you
do it? Do it.
About you
they know why I took legal action, and I'll take legal action whenever I want. Because whenever
that's weird.
Said to people, don't.
So let me get this straight. Someone said you were doing things with younger kids, a sex crime, right? And also you took legal action, you threw a fit. But I can't even ask you when you say that I'm trafficking people, hey, where's the evidence for that? When I ask you, the Miss Evidence Receipt Queen, all of a sudden I can't ask that because I'm a fuckboy. Does that make any sense to you?
No. No, it doesn't. Yeah, she got super triggered when that comment popped up in the Heathens chat that she was like banging 16-year-olds or whatever. And started, you know, her head was spinning around like The Exorcist, like Linda Blair. But she can go around making any accusation, and it's always the same shit. It's either trafficking, revenge porn, a predator, that the person is committing financial abuse, that this, that. No, come on now. Come on now. No.
That's not what I said. I didn't say you can't have it because you're a fuckboy.
I'm saying show everybody. I'm saying expose me.
Well, no. What happens is you get a charge, you get it from your lawyer. It's a disclosure. I'm not showing shit to you. If you haven't been doing anything, you have nothing to worry about.
I haven't been doing anything.
You can't scare me.
No, it has nothing. This is not a lawsuit, bitch. This is not a fucking lawsuit. You go on the internet and you accuse people of stuff. Serious crimes, by the way. And then when somebody asks you for proof of what it is that you're claiming, you refuse to provide the evidence. And you come up with this bullshit legal mumbo jumbo. No. Provide the proof or shut the fuck up. I know she won't. I know she won't do either. I'm just saying. A girl can dream, right?
And intimidate me and dox me and post my ad. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't say I'm gonna do it. I didn't say I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you've been acting. You know what you do, and I'm not the one. I'm not afraid of you.
Can you share with everyone what I've done?
Anyway, so you've never done anything, so I'm wrong, right?
No,
You've
I'm
ne-
saying, what are you referring to? Yeah, I've done stuff. I know. If you
All
ask
I'm
me,
going
I'm
to
saying
say is that
forever.
I've already seen you taking advantage of someone who's incapacitated, both you and Barney. And there's a whole bunch of other, because you guys piss people off. People
Who
are
are you
afraid
talking
of you. But now that I'm on your ass, I'm getting it all. Okay.
Yeah, we're so terrible.
Well, you know, I could throw the same accusation at you, Hecate, and your community. I think that the people who are in your ear are also taking advantage of somebody who's under the influence and somebody who is clearly suffering from some form of mental illness. You know, the voices in the head, the drugs, the booze, staying up for days and days and days at a time. Yeah, I think that there are a lot of people who are using you on the platform to fight their battles, to go after people that they don't like. You go out there, you accuse people of being racist and white supremacists and revenge pornographers and what else? What else? I'm trying to remember. Oh, you know, traffickers and financial whatevers and yeah. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No name. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you, and I am looking forward to receiving your email. I have quite a bit of information to pass on to you. Let's continue.
Terrified and scared. That's why we did this.
Right.
Fucking retard.
Exactly. And you've been in, right.
Yeah. And now
Are
you're
you
thinking,
okay
like,
now?
for you. You're like, oh my God,
No.
you look how women.
You've been in my chat. Oh, I don't give a fuck. You ain't shit
Oh,
to me.
no. That was your. So I'm taking advantage. So who are we taking advantage of? Can you just say names? Of who you're talking
Why?
about?
You just want to nobody because you're innocent, right?
No, I'm not. But I'm saying who, like what?
No,
Like, are you
you're
talking
okay. Well,
about SJAM
say it
sending
then.
alcohol to SJAM? Like, is that?
Oh
I
my
think that's what you're
gosh. You do lots of weird things, and you know it. You and
Like
Ariel
what?
and Barney, and that's at the tip of the iceberg. I can see
forcing
Ricky
him to do
Mark,
that
you're
boy,
a bitch
right?
too.
Oh, not Ricky Moore catching strays. So, yeah, Papa Kilo, Ariel, Barney, and Ricky Mork are a gang. What do they do exactly? What? So they go into people's chats and they troll them? So does Jessica Messica. But she's in your chat, right? Azria? Or whatever the fuck you're calling yourself these days. She goes out and trolls people. You know? She sends bottles or she sends money for booze or whatever. But you don't have a problem with that, but you have a specific problem with these people. And you still haven't given an excuse for why. And by the way, I do want to say thank you to the people who reached out to me. It's amazing how when you decide that you're going to go after people and accuse them of things with no evidence and drag them or defame them day after day after day after day, it's amazing how those people tend to get very angry. And a number of those people have contacted me. And of course, Azria, or whatever the fuck your name is, I'm under no obligation to tell you who those people are. But, yeah, all I can say is you have made a lot of people very, very angry. Very angry. And very frustrated with your doxing threats and the way that you weaponize your audience and you weaponize people in your Discord. Yeah, there are people who don't appreciate that kind of shit. So, not a good idea. Let's continue.
I can see Ricky Mork is your bitch too. It's
Bro,
weird.
we're all friends. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Where'd you even come from anyway? All of a sudden you just started showing up everywhere and you got a whole slew of fucking wenches. What are you, a cult leader or something?
Well, I
Where'd
thought you had
come
all the
from?
answers. I thought you knew. You were telling me.
That's the other accusation, that somebody's running a cult. There's only, no, the only one running a cult here is you. The way that you keep a tight hold on your audience, the way that you get so angry and vindictive when people leave your community, exactly like AK. I swear to God, you are so similar to AK. So similar to her. You're the one running a cult. It's either all or nothing with you. Either people completely sign on to all the bullshit that you spew, or they are ostracized, or you call them out, or you threaten them, or you send your people after them, or that idiot Tasha goes out and starts telling people what they can and cannot do, what they can and cannot say. And I just want to mention, because I think everybody here is an adult and understands this, archiving somebody is not stalking them. It is not stalking. And if you have a problem with somebody being archived, then get the fuck over it, okay? Or go and pick on Four Wick Candle or one of the other archive channels. Grow the fuck up. If your shit is on the internet, it can be archived. And it's not stalking. Believe me, there's a difference, and I'm very well aware of what that difference is.
I came up here because I think you guys are a joke and you thought you were going to like intimidate me or make me feel bad. So I just came to show you that I don't give a fuck. That's all. You're such a, I am a bitch and you're a pussy.
No, you're a bad bitch.
You got to have Barney and Ariel do everything for you. Every time I talk to you, Ariel jumps in the chat. Ooh, strong man. I just came up here. You had two bitches. What do you have Ricky and fucking Barney up here for? I came to talk to you. That's how I know you're a fuckboy. You bring women around to do your work, okay?
That's true.
That's not what a fuckboy is.
Yeah. Is that like
true.
the guy who brings women around to do his work and you give him the money? Is that like the same thing or no?
No, I'm self-employed, sweetie. It's called independent sex worker.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, don't act like you don't know what pimping is now, right? Or no? I mean, never mind. Never mind. I mean, I don't think you would even know if you broke the law. You're fucking retarded.
That's
right?
true. Yeah, like I'm legally retarded. Yeah.
Well, that's not going to help you. You should stop you should stop talking to SJAM and trying to control his channel when he's intoxicated, and asking him to do things and take his shirt off, and because that's not consent. And you're a pervert, and so is Barney.
Are you saying that everybody in the chat that enjoys?
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it now. So, Barney and Papa Kilo are perverts because they trolled SJAM and got him to take his shirt off on stream. Okay. Okay. God, thank God there are only a few more minutes left because I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to bail out as soon as she goes off panel.
When SJAM gets drunk,
nope, just the ones opening their mouth and trying to control the panel and telling him what to do. Just you guys.
Gotcha. Okay, so
just you guys. And you guys. Okay,
are you guilty by being a bystander and not sticking up for him? Would that technically be
No, I'm working on things now. I don't run my mouth until I have everything.
That's funny because the reason I'm doing this.
When I told you that I know what you are and I'm tired of your fake shit, you blocked me. And you only unblocked me now when I dragged your ass on my panel.
No, I blocked you because
you're scared and you want to make sure you stand up for yourself. Go ahead.
I'm so scared I had this stream.
Oh, my girl, Barney.
Yeah, I blocked her ass too. And she's got like 100 sock accounts. And she kept coming into the chat over and over and over again. And I had to block all of her sock accounts. Yeah, I blocked her because she's out of her fucking mind. And she comes in, she derails the chat. She starts hurling around accusations. She's crazy. I don't want her in here. And no, I don't talk to her not because I'm afraid of her, but because she's out of her fucking mind. She lies nonstop. She constantly changes the subject, as we saw in this stream. What am I going to gain by talking to this bitch? You know, I don't want members of her community over here in my community. I have no respect for her. I think she's fucking psycho. I think she's dangerous because anybody who would come out and say that they have no problem lying to CPS because they know in their head that somebody has done something wrong. And I'm still trying to find that fucking clip. BBW Veronica played it on her stream, and I cannot find it. But, yeah, that's dangerous shit. That is very, very dangerous. But she's a breath of fresh air, you guys. Don't forget.
That angry little... Why are you so mad all the time? Why do you go on panel with SJAM and act like a gangster?
I never get on panel gangster.
I will play it right now. I'll play your little fake gangster voice right now. You want to hear it? I'll get my phone.
Play receipts.
Let me get my phone because just her little fake gangster voice. It's hilarious.
Well, don't play these receipts. You're using them for court.
I've already spoken to you. What? Yes, you do. You little liar, you.
Anyways, guys,
you guys act like you're so thugging with SJAM. Wow.
This is how you know, like, she knows absolutely nothing simply because we literally have been paneling with SJAM for the past 2 years.
Right.
She's talking about we're trying to traffic SJAM. It's just like this lady has been awake for the past 4 days. Nothing
Right.
she says, I can't take anything seriously.
No, honestly,
That's the first thing.
that's pretty true. Like she really
Second of all,
Okay. All right, that's it. Yeah, we learned absolutely nothing from that in terms of like figuring out what the fuck is going on. She's refusing to offer any proof, and she gave that horseshit excuse for not being able to show her so-called receipts. I don't know what else to say. I mean, if anybody still thinks that this woman is worth watching for any reason other than to point and laugh at this cow and point out how she's out of her fucking mind and to see if she's going to melt down or go nuts on a stream, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It's all QAnon insane shit. But anyway, I'm gonna just say this one more time. I get my information from people who have been burned by this woman and who are sick of the threats, who are sick of the stalking. They're sick of this woman, her spies, her weirdos coming into the chat or spying on the chat, reporting back, how many people donated what and who was there and writing down the names and all this shit. It's insane. It's insane. She is trying to terrorize people around the community. She's trying to blackmail people into supporting her by dangling the threat of accusing you of being a racist, a transphobe, a trafficker, a revenge pornographer, a predator, a pedophile, whatever. And that sucks. Nobody should feel frightened of, and I know this is super naive, nobody should be afraid to go into anybody's chat or have to invent a whole new screen name to avoid, their glare, right? But anyway, I want to, wait a minute. Really? Well, that's interesting. Well, I don't know what to say. I mean, obviously, I can't confirm that. But if that is happening, then that is a disgrace. And would it surprise me? Absolutely not. Yeah. Yeah, that was part of the problem, is that No Name, unlike some of the problematic pieces of shit that are in Hikate's chat, worst of the internet's chat, and I'm not criticizing him, I'm just saying, Woti, you have some real pieces of shit in your chat. And I'm not just talking about Russ. I'm talking about A-logs that have been lying, that go from chat to chat to chat, lying about us everywhere. Everywhere. Spreading lies, spreading horseshit. And they also pop up in other chats, other girl world chats. Go on Twitter to drag us and defame us and spread lies. So, anyway. Oh, I don't know what to say. And I gotta say to you, Woti, I mean, we're all adults here, okay? And I'm gonna tell you this point blank. You criticize me for having Queen in my chat. I could point to some people in your community who are absolutely the worst of the worst, the scum of the earth. But I'm not going to mention their names, and I'm not going to go after you for that, because you choose how to run your channel and you choose who belongs in your community. But I'm just saying, you know, glass houses, my friend, glass houses. And I had to take the precaution of, you know, preemptively blocking a lot of these people in your chat so that when I go into your chat, I don't have to see their names and I don't have to see what it is that they're saying. But at some point, I would be very curious to know what it is that you were apologizing for. I have absolutely no idea what it is that you did or said, but you did get some stuff wrong. You did. The stuff that you said about D. Higgins was incorrect, and I know who your source is on that. Or I can guess. I can take an educated guess. But it was incorrect. It was absolutely incorrect. So, all right, you guys. I've been here for 2.25 hours, and unlike some people, I actually have things that I want to do right now. I know it's 10:45, but there are things that I want to do. But I want to thank everybody. Crochetter, I want to apologize to you for not calling you today. I'm very, very sorry. It was a weird day. And the day just kind of got away from me. But I promise we will catch up tomorrow. And I do want you back on stream with me so that we can chat about things. All right, you guys. Thank you and welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, sour gummies. I don't have a big pile of Vyvanse or Adderall or cocaine or meth in front of me. I don't have that kind of stamina. All right, you guys. Yet again, thank you so much, and welcome to all the new people who are here. I will be covering Hecate more, because I've had it with this bitch. I've had it with her coming after me, after Negz, after my friends. I've had it with the lies that she's told about Anna and Raven, and I'm done. And I see her doing it to more and more and more people. And I'm not here to protect or vouch for any of these people. No offense, I'm sorry, but I felt comfortable doing this stream because she showed no proof of any of her claims. I have no problem saying this is all horseshit. It's all horseshit. But I am sick and fucking tired of this bitch going on stream and dragging Raven and Anna, dehumanizing them, spreading lies about them. I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. It's been months at this point. And, I mean, if she wants to come after me and call me pathetic or call me a problem, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings when I didn't choose you over my real-life partner. I am just so crushed that you think less of me because I didn't want to break up with my real-life partner and join your little cult of psychos and weirdos. But okay. Thank you, everybody. I hope you all consider coming back. You new people, please do consider subbing. And I will see you guys the next time. Oh, and if you want to email me, my email is in the description box, okay? And I look forward to hearing from you. All right, see you guys later. Bye.